Alrighty, it's your boy Zeoxys, and today we're going to be doing the updated tier list for must-have units for November. Um, we have gotten a lot actually, because I'm actually gonna include the resurrections from the Thousand Year Blood War this time around. So we have a total of what? That's 3, 6, 9, 13 characters, right? We're not gonna go over all 13 skills, right? We're really just gonna go over the 6 skills of like the 6 new characters, but we are gonna rank the new resurrection characters for Thousand Year Blood War because I think that was pretty insane, especially since some of them actually became quite good. So yeah, I mean, first let's just check if there's anybody here or anything here we need to move around. Not no, nothing we need to move around. But we can start, right? We can definitely start with what's it called? The third first rounds of resurrection. So I'm just gonna place them where they are. I'm not really gonna talk too much about them. Sunshui, I'm just gonna if they go over here, I can have DPS. It basically means no, right? Just no. It basically means no. I'm sorry. I don't feel like they did much for him. Toshiro was actually like probably the best one, but also still nothing too crazy where it's like I don't think it's like okay, go for him, right? Like, oh my god, chase him type, right? If he's on a good Thousand Blood War banner and you get him, then you can use him. But it's same thing for Byakuya and also for Sajin, right? I think if you wanted to use any of these 4 characters, you could use Toshiro or maybe Sajin because he's a Nad character, right? So he should be able to perform well, especially with his res now. But I don't think they really got anything too crazy going for themselves. Only Toshiro, right? Only Toshiro. Now these guys here, Unahana, she can go up here in like you could have her in must have PvP. I'm not gonna put her like exactly. I'm not saying she's like the lowest ranking out of all these characters, right? Because again, she has ignore invincibility, where a character like Chad doesn't have that, and it hurts him, right? I know, before this was like in ranking, but let me put it like down here, right? If I had to, I'd say maybe like this probably in ranking. I'm sorry, it's a simple fact that like Chad does beat Kirishiki a lot, but the invincibility, him not being able to do anything to units with invincibility hurts him so much. There's been so many times where my personal experience and other people's experience I've seen on videos, he would literally have like a 1v1 with somebody with invincibility, and 10 seconds haven't been up and he would get murked 5-5 or not. So I don't think it's fair. Zaraki Kenpachi, I'm gonna put him also in like I'm gonna say you can have it or could have in DPS. He is pretty good. He's a very good DPS, right? But again, still not a must-have. I would say Yachiru, nothing really happened. I'm not gonna really say anything too much about her. But Zaraki Kenpachi, yes, he does hit hard now. But he's again mind units. I feel like mind units are already covered in terms of must-have DPS. That's why I put him in could have, right? Because in could have there was just who Ukiura, Noel, and Orihime maybe, right? So there's that, right? But now we're on to the newer characters. So we're gonna start off with Mayuri here. So Mayuri here, he has 852 SP, paralyzed and poison on everything. Espada killer, right? It's been a minute since I've seen the Espada logo. My bad. Obviously 12%. Sorry, negative 12%. So he also has this, right? The team slash party mind attribute soul reaper damage increased by 40% if they are inflicted with a status ailment, right? So basically, if they have poison or um let's say if there's a debuff on them, let's like any debuff, it doesn't have to be his, right? If there's a status ailment on an enemy, every mind attribute unit that is a soul reaper on your team will do 40% more damage to any character with thing. And I think this is actually pretty good for a character like Mayuri because he has 2 debuffs here, and on top of that he has ailment reversal. So if there's enemies that debuff you, he will reverse it and they will be debuffed, proccing the 40%. So I do think that was a kind of a smart move there. His kit is actually pretty good. It's not that bad, right? Berserker. These are end of the month units, by the way, right? So he has Berserker 40%, Bruiser plus 20%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Frenzy +1, built-in guard break and hit enemies, so this is pretty good. Havoc +20%, and then also status ailment, spiritual pressure boost +80%. So I honestly think, and then we can go here. I guess he has full stamina, only increased strong attack damage was 40%. Chance to inflict paralyze and poison every 5 seconds at 12% for 2 seconds, and a sprinter +1. Like, I really think Mayuri, like, he could, like, his character design was quite good, right? Although not many people summoned because of the hype or whatever, they weren't like, they wanted 1,000-Year Blood War, and when they seen it with these characters, nobody really wanted to summon, right? But in all honesty, in terms of that kit, he could go like I'm gonna put him in could have DPS, right? Actually, he could go up here maybe. He might be no, I'm not saying he's a must have. Like, let me try to reword it right here. I don't want to say he's a must have, like if he's on a banner, oh, chase him type thing, right? But I'm putting him in the must have DPS as if, like, let's say you pull him off a ticket. He is a character that you could use. You know, the only problem really is that killer. He doesn't have a killer. I'm sorry. If you have his spot, he doesn't have a killer. I'm going to put him in could have DPS, right? I'm going to put him in could have DPS. I'm going to put him in could have DPS. His skills all around are just great, right? I don't really go too much over the strong attacks in these must have or like tier lists, because most of the content, strong attacks don't really matter, right? If you hit hard, then you kill, right? That's just how it is. And all PvE content, they're a joke, they're easy. Even Chronicle Quest, if you do those with these types of characters, they're easy. It's pretty sad, but that's why I kind of want them to increase difficulties, right? They only did it for the high epic raid, and then again, they're just standing in one spot, so you know. But yeah, now we got Kisuke though, right? Is Kisuke? Yeah, we got Kisuke. Okay, Kisuke. So Kisuke is a NAD character, 796 attack. No debuffs, no status ailments. He does have like a debuff down though on his second strong attack. The same thing as would it be Bargon? I don't know who got, like, I think Bargon has it, but I don't know if they would consider like Bargons. These are just his similarities to the strong attack, but I'm trying to think of a unit that has it under second strong attack like that. I guess asking me, I think it was Bargon. I'm not sure, don't quote me, right? But he has no affiliation killer, normal attack damage was 30%, team slash party heart attribute character normal attack damage was 20%, 60% bruiser or berserker, 40% bruiser, 10% diminisher, 10 seconds diminisher. I just woke up, y'all, I apologize. Flurry +1, killer effect +30%, 50 in Guild Quest, long reach +20%, melee damage +10%, 30 in Guild Quest, and poise. And then also his soul tree, marauder, sprinter +1, weakened duration -100%. Now this character was a character that I felt like is not even needed whatsoever. I know a lot of people wanted him when they did summon. I guess it was just because he's a Kisuke, right? He's a Guild Quest unit. I feel like they've dropped way too many Guild Quest units to the point where it's like, there's no way at this point you don't have an option type. You know what I mean? But overall, he does hit hard rent. He has 30% plus a 20% plus 40%. So what is that? That's 90% NAD or normal attack damage basically built in, on top of the 10% melee damage. And then if it is killer, if you do have killer, no affiliation, the extra 30, like, he does hit hard. He should be hitting hard, right? But in all reality, he's just a character that is not needed. Like, there's nothing that he can do that another NAD character can't do. Like, Masaki would still be better, and she's ranged, right? I think so. I'm just gonna put him in the can have DPS, but yeah, I honestly don't think he's somebody that you need to have. Honestly, maybe like if you want, like I said, I don't know why people would summon for just a soul trait on the link. That doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I'm just put him in. You can have him, right? But I would never say chase him, right? When if he comes back, he would be back with Mayuri and them. So if you pull him, you pull him, right? But you're mainly would be summoning for Mayuri and Akon, which is our next character here. Now Akon, we don't really need to go over his skills too much. I mean, we're still going to, but he is a must-have support, actually higher than Noel in my opinion, for the simple reason that he's a premium character. Now I know a lot of people are probably sitting there like, what does that even mean? But you need to realize Noel is the only other speed unit in the game who has the power super link slot potion skill. But the problem is Noel is a collab character. So if we go back and I pull up Noel, the last time Noel came out was when she only came out twice on her initial release and her rerun, right? The last time she came out was June 10th. Before that was December 16th. This unit is like she only had 2 banners. It's about to be a year since her release. She's only had 2 banners. These are that's crazy. That's crazy to me, right? Kenpachi came out not even a year ago. The triple Kenpachis, and they're having their 3rd banner, right? So it's just I feel like in terms of how easy and how hard it is to get these units, it definitely matters, right? This is a character you can now pull at any time off of tickets, right? But let's talk about it. So he has burn and lacerate on his skills, right? Burn on his normal, his first strong attack and his soul bomb, and then lacerate on his second and third strong attack. 843 SP. Quincy Killer, which is I guess now starting to actually be pushed out because of 1,000 Year Blood War. Built-in negative 12% SAR, right? He has team/party speed attribute characters strong attack damage plus 20%, which is good, and then also has team/party speed attribute soul reaper damage to status inflicted enemies plus 40%. So the same thing as Mayuri. So that's good, right? That's 2 different team/party abilities that he's giving to everybody, right? Or I should say for himself, right? Because if everybody's using Akon, it's not stacking, right? It's not stacking. But if it's only him and then you got a bunch of Noels, only the first part is stacking, I guess. The second part is still not stacking, right? But because it says, I guess it would, right? No, because it says attribute soul reaper, right? So no. Berserker plus 40%, Bruiser plus 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Frenzy plus 1, Havoc plus 20%, Increased status ailment chance against power attribute enemies plus 10%, Power super link slot or power link slot potions plus 5, Super power link slot potions plus 5. And then also he has freeze duration, which is going to be good in some IT stages where it's freeze only, guard break and sprinter plus 1. So he is, like I said, a pretty good character for a premium character. Technically, overall, I still think Noelle might she'll just do better, right, with the damage, right? She has 2 different killers, she has the revive, and she has weaken on everything, right? And she also has the 80% increase. But the problem with it is, again, her banner. She's only had 2 banners, and it's about to be her 1-year anniversary, where you have the triple Kenpachis literally came out like what, May, April, or somewhere around there, and they're having their 3rd banner, and it's November, right? So there's definitely no excuse there. Again, there are collab characters, so I understand it, but it doesn't really change much. Okay, now we got the newer characters, right? So let me just close these guys here. But now we got like the newest characters that just came out. Aizen, Gin, and Kaname, right? So Aizen, in the first time in a while, I should say, like quite some time, we finally got another character with Drain. I think the last character, honestly, that I could think of that had Drain was, I guess it was 7th anniversary Uryu. So it's not that long actually. I was thinking of Azashiro, but I guess Uryu. Yeah, it was Uryu. But insta kill, I don't remember the last time somebody had insta kill, right? I'm thinking only that Ichigo, right? But besides that, I don't know anybody else who had insta kill. I can't think of it on top of my head. But anyways, he has 843 SP, drain on everything, including his soul bomb with insta kill, a chance of insta kill, right? He has squad 0 killer, which is a bit iffy, I'm not gonna lie. Strong attack recharge time negative 14%. Berserker plus 40%, Bruiser plus 20%, Full Stamp plus 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, devastation plus 40%, frenzy plus 1, guard break plus hitting enemies plus 1, of course, and then status element spiritual boost, pressure plus 80%, and then also has full stamina only, increased strong attack damage plus 40%, poison duration negative 100%, and sprinter plus 1. So here's my thing. He doesn't have a killer. There's only 5 characters in the game that have squad 0, right? There's only 5 squad 0 members, so, and there's only 5 versions of each. I should say 1 version of each. So there's only 5, right? And none of them are ever bosses. None of them are ever bosses. So that's dead right there. He's not a PvP character, so he has no killer anywhere he goes. He has no killer. So that is a big L right there. He does have Drain. I think for newer players, if you pull this guy off tickets, you're good to use him. Probably another character that is more of your go-to character to use. He does have the insta-kill, Drain on everything. He has full stamina, and then the extra 40%, basically full stam. Strong attack damage plus 40%, let's say. And then the 80% also with the guard break and hitting enemies. I think this is a good character for starters, like a good starting unit, right? But overall, like maybe if they gave out a ticket saying pick up like a mid-month character, I'd say okay, he might be up there. But for now, I could just put him in could have DPS. I think he has more value than this Kisuke, right? Again, he's just another NAD character that you can get. But I think this Aizen has a lot more value than that Kisuke. So I will put him in could have DPS, right? He does hit hard. He has the drain. He has the instant kill. He's gonna be good or like better for newer characters, right? But overall, he's not like something in general. I wouldn't say he's somebody you need to have. Now Gin, he's must-have support. You guys already know how I feel about any character, and I promise you, it's not even like, oh, I shouldn't be putting these characters there because I like this soul trait alone. It's just a fact. The fact that you can give, I say this all the time, but the fact that you can give 30% droplets of a typing to any character in the game because of these characters with this as a soul trait makes the game now a lot more broken. Again, if I have Riruka or Jiriko, who also have 30% built in, and I put now this Gin, Hanataro, and Rose, I have 30%, right? Because I guess, let's see, who's the purple character? Like Momo, let's say, I guess, right? Momo, right? She's 30%, right? I think. But Momo, I could have these 3 characters right here on her as a link, and now she will have 30% droplet bonus for 4 different types. So when it comes to like times 3 enriched droplet zone, I'm not getting a huge increase. But let's talk about what he got here as well. So 839 SP, nothing that crazy compared to nowadays. Last rate on everything, right? Again, no affiliation killer. He does have the 30% heart droplet drops. He also has team / party mind attribute character strong attack damage plus 20%, right? He is also a regular, like he's a regular link slot character, so you can use him in a lot of the epic raids too, right? Epic raids, if you just need a character that's in mind with droplets and pots, he's a character you can use now. He has Berserker plus 40%, Bruiser plus 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Frenzy plus 1, Heart, Link Slot Potions plus 5, and then built-in recharge time 12%. And then he has a 100% chance of hitting, dodging enemies of any affiliation, built-in guard break, and sprinter plus 1. But like I said, his main use is really just his links. You're going to use him as a link. I don't know why else you would use him. There's nothing, literally nothing he provides that makes, I mean, I guess he has the link slot, right? If you have no other unit with link slot, then by all means, go ahead and use him. But there's a lot of other characters that you can use, right? But if he's really just up there for his soul trait. And now we got Kaname, our last one. So Kaname is a NAD character. 792 attack, weaken on everything, a wrong card killer. Like out of all these characters, he actually only like, I think yeah, I mean, he was probably the only one with a competent like actual killer. He probably had the best killer out of all of them, right? I forgot what Kisuke's was. He probably had a good one, all right? But I know thing was Quincy's. I know. Oh, we'll go to whatever. So we have normal attack damage was 30%. Team slash party technique attribute character normal attack damage was 20%. Berserker plus 40%. Bruiser plus 30%. Debilitator plus 5 seconds. Flurry plus 1. Killer effect plus 30% in Guild Quest. In Guild Quest it's 50%. And then melee damage plus 10% and 30% in Guild Quest. With start barrier plus 10. So random, but I guess it works. And then he also has freeze duration, poison, sprinter plus 1. He's nothing you need. I'm sorry, he's literally nothing. He literally can go right there at the very bottom. He's literally Kisuke again. It's just the tech version. He's literally just the tech version of Kisuke. Nothing here. Like, I'm sorry, right? They give this team slash party to everybody now. Literally everybody has this ability now. That, like, it feels like they're giving it to literally every single character that drops. I swear to you, they've given it to everybody. They gave it to what? I think they gave it to Kensei. I think they gave it to all these units, right? I think they gave it to all these units. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this time around. Again, it was a bit longer because we had the resurrections of the 1,000 blower units. But I do think this is the overall tier list. Right. All we need now is that one final unit that has the, I guess, the heart or the power character with the droplets of the soul trait, and you will have all 5 of them in the game. I only have a total of 2. I'm going to be summoning on Gin solo banner for his, and then I'll have 4, which would basically be my complete set, unless I want to change around colors if they do drop a power one. But overall, this is what I think is a must-have tier list, right? These are your must-have supports at the top, your DPS here. Nothing really got added into DPS. I don't think, like, again, I would really just argue maybe Mayuri, right? Or you could argue Mayuri. Zaraki Kenpachi as well if you want, but I don't think he's like a character. Like, if let's say he has a banner, right, and he's like the main focus, and it's like him with the round 1 units, and then like the round like 3 units, right? Because I think they're round 2. It's not a banner I would tell you to summon on, even though they got resurrections. Right, I don't think I would, at least. We'll see if it comes around. I don't know. I'm not picturing it in my head right now. But yeah, these are the tier lists here. But yeah, I mean, you guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you I know, like, for Guild Quest players, they would want Kaname and Kisuke higher, but realistically, the whole game is not only doing, like, this is an overall tier list, right? Guild Quest is one thing, while there's just more PvE content in the game. So unfortunately, their Guild Quest abilities are not going to carry them on these tier lists. But you guys let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.